Sam Darnold of the NBA, right? Like you're watching how Sam Darnold is being activated differently within Carolina. And I'm not saying that Ben didn't have tools around him, because Ben had tools around him. But what I am saying is that I do feel like the way they utilize Ben in Philadelphia is not his position, Allen. Or like he is more of a small power forward guy that can take the ball and push it down the court, and I think that's his optimal position. And I don't think Doc nor those guys had the right time to utilize him correctly. And the way he was treated, man, look, I go back into this. Philadelphia did have a double-digit lead in multiple games in that series against Atlanta, right? But for the way that Ben Simmons got thrown under the bus to a degree by his teammate Joel Embiid, by Doc Rivers, I think all that was very telling for Ben, that he does not want to be there and that he can find a better location where he actually can be utilized differently. I'm not taking away the onus on Ben Simmons' lack of shooting. I'm not making excuses for him. All I'm saying is I think a change of scenery for Ben will be exponentially better than what the case was for him in Philly.
But Jay Weezy, what's the proper compensation for him? Because I believe that he's a broken player that has to be fixed, so teams may not be willing to give up the proper compensation to satisfy the Sixers. And if that's the case, who breaks first? Do the Sixers take less and say, you know what, we'll take a lesser player just to get rid of him, one that maybe fits more? And who is that player? What's some of the players or proposed trades that you think could work for both sides? I mean, De'Aaron Fox was out there, but that seems like a no-go because it seems like the Sixers want more than just one player.
Yeah, I don't know if I were the Kings, if I would give up De'Aaron Fox. I think you have to kind of think about that one. Buddy Hield has been somebody that they've been talking a lot about, potentially moving on the trade block. I really don't know what the right move is. I can tell you, Bart, that from the Philly side, if, obviously there are suspensions and there are certain repercussions that come along with not playing. If I'm Philly, I'm waiting for somebody to make the right deal. I mean, look, we're offering him a job. We're trying to find the right trade package for him. If he doesn't want to play, he doesn't want to play. We respect that, but that comes with repercussions. But I'm also waiting to find the right deal that I get enough in return in order to do that.
Talking with Jay Williams from Keyshawn J. Will and Max on the Goodyear Hotline about Woj's report about Ben Simmons just basically telling the Sixers he is not reporting for training camp next week, understands the repercussions, understands it could cost him money. He wants out, saying he'll never play again for the Sixers. Jay, where would you – and again, we'll just play with the trade – let's play trade machine, right, so it doesn't matter. Where do you think would be the best place for him at this point in his career? Where would he fit best, and who would benefit the most from having Ben Simmons?
I mean, a team that you go to right away is the Golden State Warriors, guys. I mean, it's I know they have Draymond Green. I know there's certain cap restrictions there, but with James Wiseman, with Wiggins, you have some pieces there that could be utilized. And, look, man, like for him, playing with three-point shooters, playing with people who understand floor spacing, playing in the continuity system, playing in a team that allows you to spread the floor and run, not a traditional low post player where him and Joel Embiid were occupying the same space the whole time, yeah. Allen. Like if I were Ben Simmons, like I'm trying to find I want to be traded out, but if I could be traded to the Golden State Warriors, you tell me what team can utilize me better than Klay Thompson and Steph Curry coming back on that team. You tell me.
See, but Jay Weezy, the crazy part is then what are the Sixers getting back in return? They can't take Wiseman. They already have Joel Embiid. So, like, how does it make sense? Do we have to get a third team involved that may be able to give them the point guard that they're going to need to fill the void that is Ben Simmons?
You see, Allen, I feel like you've had a lot of these, you always think about this stuff. What kind of trade scenarios will you pose?
I'll tell you what, if I'm the Sixers, in a trade like that, not only do I want picks, I want Draymond Green.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Because I want him on my team in the East.
Perfect player right next to Joel Embiid.
That's what I want. I want a guy like that in my locker room. I want a guy like that on my team. That's what I want. And I'm going to look at them and say, you got Ben Simmons. It's kind of the same. Not the same, kind of the same. Defensive player, more a four.
A 1-for-1?
More 3-4. No, not 1-for-1. I want some picks too. He's an older player.
Yeah.
But and you could argue that Ben Simmons overall is a better player, talent-wise, but Draymond Green is a winner.
He's a glue guy.
And he's growing into this guy that I kind of want in my when I'm trying to build something. And so I would look at it that way. I don't think the Warriors would do it, but that's kind of what I'd be talking about. Don't give me a bunch of young guys. No, I'm trying to win. I got Joel Embiid right now, and he's a huge contract. I need to win now. Doc Rivers is not getting any younger. I'm trying to get the dub now. The East is still there to be had, and I need pieces that can beat Brooklyn. You give me Draymond Green, I got a better chance to beat Brooklyn.
Would you send him to OKC and take Gilchrist?
Take who?
Shane Allen-Gilchrist.
Gilgeous Alexander?
Yeah, whatever.
There's no way. Yeah. I don't see. You see the Thunder doing something like that, Jay?
He says he's a black Steve Nash.
I don't know what the hell I see the Thunder do. I know they got picks for years.
Yeah, they're in the process now. Yeah, man.
Right? But I go back to the Golden State scenario. If
that's the best one.
Obviously,
I agree.
It seems like it makes the most sense, right? Mm-hmm. Because Draymond Green can operate similar to how Ben Simmons operated as a playmaker to a degree, but and you don't really drop off defensively, right? I mean, from the wing perspective, you do, but low post, and he understands spacing and how to play next to Joel Embiid, right? I don't feel like their games really fit. But how long have we been saying this? But
who are you trying to beat, though, Jay? Who are you trying to beat if you're Philly? I'm trying to beat Brooklyn. And I can beat Brooklyn. And I get better at beating them by adding a physical, smart defensive guy who can guard KD at times, who can guard Harden if he needs to at times. Not full-time, but can.